Hi,
Hello.
it's Paul.
I'm Tim.
We're doing a thing.
This thing gonna get done.
It's still Love Week.
I would love to do a thing.
It's day 4.
4 days of love?
Well, there's actually 5 days of love.
5 days you love Machine You.
It's a thing. Yeah. See, show. It's kind of our thing. We do a thing. What are we doing? Because I have no idea what we're doing.
You told me to do more 80s metal
I didn't necessarily
nonsense.
tell you to do it. You just were just like, we're going to do it.
We wanted some variety, and I think this is a love song, so we're gonna do it.
You don't even know if it's a love song?
Who
Is
gives
it
a
like-
shit?
Is it a love lost song?
It's a ballad. It's definitely a ballad.
Okay.
I think it's a love song.
You think?
Pretty sure.
I think it's I lost this love
Yeah. I think
at
so.
some point,
Yes.
which is kind of what this week is supposed to be about.
Yeah.
Love gained, love lost.
Love's a mystery to me. Hi, dear. This is Skid Row. I remember you.
It's
Because you don't know Skid Row, really. And
I do know Skid Row, I just don't
But
know
not
this
really.
Skid Row. Yeah.
Not really. And if anybody knows their monster ballads, it's me. So I'm ready.
Okay.
Skid Row's not so bad.
No.
Here we go. You got the band, you got the acoustic guitars, you got an abandoned warehouse. Let's go.
Getting every road has its thorn.
You're one reference point.
It's,
That was Skid Row. Tell me where it hurts.
I haven't heard this song, but I've heard this song. I said it the same thing with Cinderella. It's like
Yeah.
they all sounded the same.
I mean, they were like, wait a minute, we can make money and get on the radio if we do this ballady love song stuff, and they did.
And
The
it was
ladies
literally like
loved
one
this
of them
stuff.
did it, and they were just like, we can do that too. Well, what should we do? The same.
I mean, everybody
thing.
loved it, but like once they realized they would get more ladies, they were like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
But then you had bands like more like Extreme, which like hated the fact that they did this, and that was their
Yeah,
hit.
but that was more later.
I know, but like, what was Extreme before More Than Words? Exactly. That's why they
Extremely unknown.
That's why they hate that song.
I mean, so what? Like I say all the time, I would sell out and hard. I
Yeah.
have no problem selling out. If anybody out there wants to sponsor me in some weird way, I'll wear your hat. I don't even care what it's for. Anal cream or something. I don't give a shit. You let me know. Because nothing says Love Week like talking about anal cream.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think he's involved in it. So, Skid Row, everybody. You all right?
Oh, no, I'm not all right.
Too bad. Everybody had to be very pretty in the 80s, too.
Yes.
So strange.
So much hair. So much hair.
Yeah.
So much hairspray.
It's like Willem Dafoe.
That's why we lost. That's why we got the whole ozone.
Because of the
Just
80s?
hairspray. Just hairspray in the 80s.
Maybe.
It just sounds like everything else.
Yeah. Quiver.
There was. I was going to say
That was
something
really-
about Quiver.
That was a good one.
I can't get the Quiver. I can. Yeah.
Your jaw did something strange.
I know, but John Walker, it kind of hurt.
It was hard to look at. What?
It's not a bad song.
It's a nice song. Remember Yesterday? walking hand in hand.
He did the Alicia Silverstone like hair
He
flip
invented
before
it.
it. Yeah,
she did his hair flip.
I know. But like that's where I'm remembering it from, even though this song came out probably 3 or 4 years before
Probably
Crazy.
Probably more.
Maybe it was like 93.
Yeah. It's probably like 85.
Oh, is it really? I thought it was like 89.
I think so.
Let us know how close we are in the comments. I'm curious. I mean, obviously, we can just look it up afterwards.
I'm not gonna. Nice solo. You kind of have to be careful how you solo in a song like this.
Mm-hmm.
For everybody, it's like, that's not Skid Row. It's like, oh wait, that is Skid Row. Oh shit. Quiver.
I'm not going to try again. It's going to hurt my jaw. I don't want to do it.
We don't have healthcare here at home to do
We
it.
don't.
But we're safe in the car now. I love that little bass riff. Remember yesterday? Walking hand in hand.
You just can't take anything serious.
Not through the sleepless nights. It's Love Week, baby.
I know.
This guy's very careless with his photos. I think the camera went away because he had to make an ugly face to do that.
Oh, that was the twist. He's homeless.
I mean, this whole band looks homeless. Is that not what you meant?
He looks homeless. Like,
Oh, he's totally homeless. Everybody be nice to the homeless. Give them some change when you walk by. Sometimes when your relationships don't work out.
is that a 12 string?
Yeah, I think it was. I wasn't paying attention, but I think it was. So yeah.
It was like, do you want to go to Cinderella next? No, we went there already. We don't need to go back.
We do know what we got, and it's gone.
It wasn't bad. Again,
Oh,
it's
it's fine.
just it's just that like it's just every song.
Yeah, we should probably at some point do a deeper dive on the 80s and show you. I don't know if I have to lead or you have to lead. Maybe we'll collaborate on this one. Kind of here's some variety of the 80s because we have listeners for sure that are too young to really remember the 80s.
Yes,
And there's
absolutely.
some gems in there, but we will wade through all the bullshit for you.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
there
the
is
80s,
some
the
garbage.
80s, I think the 80s and 90s were really interesting years.
They were.
I think the 90s more than the 80s because the 80s were.
Mm.
The 80s had like maybe three big genres.
I think a lot of things were working in the 80s behind the scenes. There was a lot of like punk wasn't a thing yet,
No.
but it was coming up. Well,
Yeah.
mainstream punk was not a thing, but
Yeah.
hardcore, and you got punk, and you've got all these other things that was all over your rock come late 90s. So, you know,
Yeah, like 80s was like the developmental of a mess that the 90s were.
that's pretty true because music videos made a lot of songs popular that should not have been.
No.
Oh, it's a cool music video. What's the song about? Something terrible,
Yeah.
right?
Like
Fred.
Yeah, that's what I was actually thinking in my head.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I was like, Right Said Fred.
Right Said Fred comes to mind first.
Yes. Because,
Google it.
like,
Google it, kids.
you know what the song is. You don't even need to Google it. You know what the hell Right Said Fred did. But, like, yeah, so the 90s was just like a really messed up year.
A lot
Because-
happened all at once.
Yes.
And a lot got more exposure because of music.
Yeah,
Music videos are so huge
Yeah,
to the development of styles and whatnot.
because you had the end of hair metal, then you had the grunge phase, then you still
Grunge
had like
killed it, really.
you had like a resurgence of rock because like
Mhm.
Metallica was still putting stuff out and it was kind of mainstream. You had
Yeah.
Aerosmith was going pretty hard in the 90s too.
Aerosmith reinvented themselves in the
Yes.
90s. They're like, we could write love songs and then our other songs are kind of rock. And
Yeah, you had Crazy, Amazing, and
Crying.
Crying.
And Living on the Edge, all on the same album.
Yes, all on the same album. And then at the end, you had.
I feel like they did Living on the Edge to pull everybody in, and they're like, check this shit out.
Yeah. And then you had big bands. You had ska.
Yeah, man.
You had gangster rap.
Gangster rap coming out of like the weird rap that was the 80s.
Yeah.
Some of that rap is so weird. Some of it was good, but as far as what was mainstream,
Nightmare on My Street was just
dude, that rules.
bad.
Are you kidding me? That
It
rules.
was so bad.
It's so good. You're
It's,
so wrong.
It's bad, and it's so bad it's good.
Nope, it's just great.
No, it's really not.
It's good.
Anyway,
Let's watch that.
so yeah, we'll talk about we'll look at the deep dives. We'll probably do something in the 80s. And
hell yeah,
really
we
kind
will.
of like
I love the 80s.
like maybe spend like a whole month on deep dives on the 80s.
Yeah.
Like
We just have to be very careful with our dates because some of that stuff bleeds into the 90s. And
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, that was like 91. Oops.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, we'll
this has
conclude,
been Paul and Tim tell you about the 80s.
We'll conclude
Love Week.
Love Week
God,
tomorrow.
are you that flustered?
Look, I don't know, man.
I know Sebastian Bach is a beautiful man, but calm down.
Anyway.
And maybe homeless, because they all look very
They all
homeless.
did look-
Something about that jacket that everybody wore in the 80s.
Maybe that's why everything was always in a warehouse, because like that's where they were living at the time.
Yeah.
It was just like, hey man, did you notice at about like noon to like it's really good in here?
It's why they're always on tour, because they have nowhere else to be. They're like, oh, the company's gonna put us up in a hotel for the night. Great, everybody get in the bus. That kind of thought.
Yeah. Check him out on Capes And Scowls. Check me out on Twitch, Team Ashen. Wow, why did I suddenly just lose it all?
I don't know, but whatever. I guess I'm not checking out shit.
Sorry.
See you
guys.
next time, everybody.
Patreon and
There's merch and
our merch store, all
other
that
stuff.
all the links in the comments, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, we'll be here. I'll be here. Waiting.
Because you'll remember it. Remember us.
I'll remember you.